Can reciting scriptures open wisdom? Yes, because it helps you stop internal conflict. Perhaps you don't understand the relationship between scripture and wisdom, but did you know that wisdom is obscured by scattered, attached, and anxious thoughts? Reciting scriptures can bring the mind to a state of cessation. The instinct of wisdom naturally emerges. Like a lost mountain climber, your life is like a mountain. A hiker, you, gets lost in the thick fog. Anxiety, internal conflict, made him wander aimlessly. The direction becomes even more unclear, wisdom is obscured, and through chanting scriptures. He decided to sit down where he was and close his eyes, take a deep breath and focus on the rhythm of your breathing, like chanting a mantra. As thoughts cease, the fog gradually dissipates. He opened his eyes, the correct direction of the mountain path, instinctive wisdom. It appeared clearly before my eyes. Can Ksitagava Bodhisattva really save me? He saves your freedom to choose good. Human-caused misunderstanding, expecting external salvation. The truth is, he provides opportunities and tools. True salvation is when you use his wisdom, choose to do good, choose to take responsibility. Just like a prisoner and a map, a prisoner, a person in distress, prays day and night to be rescued. Ksitagava Bodhisattva did not directly unlock the door, external salvation. Instead, they handed over a map and a tool. Actually, there are solutions, but this method can only be implemented if one becomes aware of it oneself. The prisoner understood, the real salvation lies in his choice to pick up the tools. Follow the map instructions, take on the action of breaking through the wall, choose good and take responsibility. They eventually gained their freedom. Is the ultimate goal of the Ksitagava Sutra liberation? It's not about becoming a responsible citizen. Human misunderstanding, escaping the world for spiritual practice. The truth is, Ksitagava Bodhisattva is forever in the world. His goal is for us to become the right, an awakened individual who is responsible to society, family, and the environment. About a gardener, ascetic, was only concerned with escaping the messy garden, the world. Dreaming of entering a perfect pure land, Ksitagava Bodhisattva pointed to the garden and said, "My kingdom is right here, but don't forget." True liberation is not about running away. Instead, he chose to pick up the tools. Responsibly, becoming an awakened one, cultivate this land. When you keep your garden clean and beautiful, you are being responsible to society and the environment. You will then be in a pure land. What immediate effects can be expected from reciting the Ksitagava Sutra? You will gain a powerful sense of control over your life. Puzzling, the short-term benefits of spiritual practice. The truth is, awareness and responsibility bring a sense of control. When you stop blaming your pain on external factors, you will realize that you have the power to change, and that is the greatest benefit. This is like a captain in a storm, like a ship, life, violently rocking in a storm. The crew members panicked, blaming the wind and waves, attributing the problem to external factors. The captain, the scripture reader, however, calmed down. Do not complain about the wind and rain. The captain noticed the leaks in the hull. Take responsibility for repair, use power to change. When he personally steered and repaired the ship, he immediately felt a powerful sense of control. This is more important than the storm stopping. Worried about mispronouncing words due to incorrect pronunciation, the key is your sincere desire to change. Resistance, fear that an imperfect ritual will cause offense. The truth is, Buddhism emphasizes the essential meaning and the motivation for enlightenment. Rather than form, respect is far more important than perfect pronunciation. A letter to my mother. A child, a spiritual practitioner, writes a letter to his mother far away. His handwriting was messy and contained many spelling mistakes. Pronunciation was not standard. He was worried that his mother would be angry. after receiving the letter, completely disregarding those formal flaws. She only sensed the child's words, that sincere longing and desire to connect, the motivation to change. The same applies to Buddhism. Respect is far more important than a perfect ceremony. Can't I chant Buddhist scriptures if I don't have a Buddhist shrine at home? Your heart is the most sacred place. Puzzling, the belief that a specific, solemn venue is required. The truth is, the scripture emphasizes a single thought of reverence. Your current state of mind, it is the best place for mental anchoring. Pilgrims in search of the temple. A pilgrim travels thousands of miles. They were only looking for a magnificent temple, Buddhist shrine, to chant scriptures. He rested wearily under a tree. I feel this place is not solemn enough. An old man asked him, "What did you bring?" The old man said, "The true place of practice is your heart filled with reverence, your current piety. The best way to anchor your thoughts, there's no need to seek far. A pure heart finds a pure place." He was under the tree. I began reciting with a clear conscience. Do I feel unwell after reciting scriptures? That's just your subconscious detoxing. Fear, negative physical reactions. The truth is, chanting scriptures is a deep cleansing of the mind. Discomfort is often the result of long-term repression in the subconscious. The release of anxiety or malice is a normal phenomenon. Cleaning the old attic. A master, a spiritual practitioner, decides to thoroughly clean his cluttered, long-forgotten attic, subconscious mind. As he began to sweep, reciting scriptures, a lot of dust, dirt, and odors filled the air, making me feel unwell. He realized that it wasn't the attic that was deteriorating, rather, it is the old impurities that are being released and eliminated, subconscious detoxification. He insisted on keeping the window open, put on a mask and continued cleaning. Once the cleaning was complete, the attic looked brand new. The air also became fresh and pleasant. Taking 7 parts of the merit and keeping 6 for oneself is too selfish. No, this is the scientific mechanism of giver purification. Human-caused misunderstanding, unfair distribution of merit. The truth is, you must first achieve peace and tranquility. 6 points. Only then can the highest quality energy be provided to the recipient. This is the foundation of self-interest and altruism. Mechanism of water filtration. A villager, the benefactor, wanted to give the cleanest water, merit. Dedicated to a sick relative far away, object of dedication, but his own bucket was full of mud and sand. He worried that it would be selfish of him to use water to purify the bucket first. He understood. One must first thoroughly cleanse and purify one's own water bucket with 6 parts water. The giver purifies. Only then can we ensure that the remaining water is the highest quality spring water. In this way, the water delivered will truly be beneficial. This is the foundation of self-interest and altruism. Is it true that you can't recite scriptures at home because it's too messy? Organizing your heart is more important than tidying your room. Fear, an obsession with the cleanliness of the external environment. The truth is, reciting scriptures is the beginning of inner purification. First, calm your mind. The external environment will naturally adjust accordingly. The painter, a painter, or a spiritual practitioner. The art studio, home environment, was in a mess. He believed that he should wait until the area was clean before he could begin reciting scriptures. But I'm feeling restless. This prevented him from taking action for a long time. One day, he suddenly had an epiphany and realized, a disordered mind leads to disordered actions. He decided to put down the broom first, sit quietly and recite scriptures in a messy room, inner purification. When the mind calms down, he gained focus and strength. When getting up, the task of tidying up the art studio naturally began. Are you worried that escuchada Bodhisattva is too busy to pay attention to you? He is a professional customer service representative for evil paths, who never retires. Human-caused misunderstanding, feeling that one's problem is too minor. The truth is, escuchada Bodhisattva's vows are boundless and indiscriminate. His mission is to specifically deal with the most difficult, the smallest beings in the evil realms. Unlimited customer service center. A customer's, the masses, refrigerator was making a faint, strange noise. He was worried about the customer service center, Buddha. They were only busy dealing with major fires, disasters. I don't have time to deal with his little problem. He mustered up his courage and dialed the phone. We discovered that Ksitagava Bodhisattva is a professional customer service representative who never retires. His willpower is limitless. No matter how small or difficult the problem, for beings in the lower realms, his mission is solely to provide assistance. As long as you call, he immediately went online to provide services. The scripture is too long to finish reading. Use the segmented anchoring method to stop your procrastination. Resistance, feeling pressured to complete it all at once. The truth is, view the scriptures as multiple units of concentration practice. Recite only one item or one section at a time to ensure quality. Avoid creating pressure by pursuing length. Strategies for climbing high mountains. A mountaineer, or ascetic. Seeing the entire mountain, the entire scripture, feeling immense pressure and procrastinating, not having time to finish reading. He always hoped to find a day when he could free up a whole day to climb. He used a segmented anchoring method. Set your climbing goal to visit only one fixed rest stop, level 1 or level 1, per week. Each climb requires only a short period of focused attention. Ensure quality in physical fitness. Final. Through stable accumulation, he easily reached the summit. Are you worried that chanting scriptures will be ineffective and a waste of time? It is the most stable investment in your focus. Resistance, questioning the actual benefits of chanting scriptures. The truth is, chanting scriptures is the ultimate training in single-point focus. It can effectively combat the distraction and mental exhaustion of modern people. Flashlight power. A person possesses a powerful flashlight potential, but he always scatters the beam of light randomly. His attention is scattered. The power ran out quickly. I can't see anything clearly. Mental exhaustion. He suspected the flashlight might be malfunctioning. He learned to focus the beam of light into a single point, the single-point concentration in chanting. Although the range has become smaller, but the light is extremely stable and clear. Focused investing. Through this stable beam of light, he was able to see the road ahead and make effective use of electricity. Does chanting scriptures require a vegetarian diet? Don't start by stopping emotional eating. Human misconception, the belief that there are strict dietary restrictions. The truth is, the core of spiritual practice is a pure mind. Compared to vegetarianism in form, it is more important to be aware of your own greed and emotional desires. Long ago there was a hungry king. The king, a spiritual practitioner, strictly required himself to abstain from meat at his meals, a form of vegetarianism. But whenever he gets irritable, they will then binge on desserts, emotional eating. My mind is still muddled. He asked the wise man how to achieve purity. The wise man said, purity does not lie in the form of food, but in the mind. You must become aware of your own greed and dependence on food. First, stop eating due to anxiety. This is the true beginning of a pure mind. Does reciting scriptures without feeling anything mean it's useless? No, your internal strife is being silently eliminated. Puzzling, obsession with pursuing sensory experiences or special sensations. The truth is, the greatest benefit is the stabilization and purification of the mind. Lack of sensitivity. This precisely demonstrates that one's state of mind has become calm. Noise from the water heater, an old water heater, inner thoughts. It makes a loud noise every time it starts up, internal friction and anxiety. The owner begins repairs, chanting scriptures. But I can't hear the roaring sound of the water temperature rising from the sensor. He believed the repair was ineffective. The repairman said, the water temperature has stabilized and is rising, but you can't hear any noise now. This is because the internal damage has been completely eliminated. The lack of noise is the greatest proof of a stable and purified mind. Real benefits. It is a silent calm. Is it okay to recite scriptures during menstruation? Of course. Respect is unrelated to physical condition. Fear, believing that physical condition will affect one's merits. The truth is, merit originates from the mind, not the body. Have a respectful heart, that is, merit. In an unknown region, a peasant woman offered flowers when the peasant woman, a spiritual practitioner, is physically weak during her menstrual period. She still insisted on offering the most beautiful flowers from her garden to the Buddha statue. She worried that physical fatigue would displease the Buddha statue, affecting her merit. One day he met a wise man who said, "What the Buddha values is your sincere and respectful intentions. Not your physical condition, even if you only have a fleeting thought and make a good wish." Having a respectful attitude is the greatest virtue. The body has boundaries, but the mind is unhindered. Is it impossible to concentrate on reading because the child is making noise nearby? Practice finding your focus amidst the noise. Resistance, believing that the environment does not allow it. The truth is, real focus training. It is about keeping your mind focused even in chaos. Noise is the best anti-fragility training. Meditators by the roadside. A meditator complained that the road next to the temple was too noisy because of noisy children. Unable to concentrate on meditation, he kept searching for quieter, deeper mountains. His teacher said, "What you're looking for is to escape the noise, not to focus. Try to anchor your heart to each word of the scripture. Let the noise be the background noise." True focus, it is the ability to remain calm and composed even in chaos. This is the perfect exercise in anti-fragility.